On this edition of FCCJ Today, we'll take a tour through technology.
I've been president at FCCJ now for just over 8 years, and in those 8 years, we have completed 3 whole plans on planning for technology. Those plans don't last very long, and the reason that they don't last long is the changes take place very quickly in technology. I'm really proud of what this college has accomplished in technology. If you look at how we manage students now, there's some very interesting things happening. We can transfer a student's transcript from his high school here and onto another college without ever using a stamp or the U.S. Post Office. Students can register at this college without ever appearing in a registration line. They can do it all over the telephone. We have bought over 1,700 personal computers for our students to use in labs and classrooms throughout our entire college system here. The challenge for us is keeping current and ahead of technology as much as possible. We also believe that technology has increased the access of our students to education. If you look at the thousands of students now who participate in courses at FCCJ through our television programs, through telecourses, through satellites, and through the kind of computer that I've got here right in my office. We've got students who take courses over the computer. It won't be very long, I think, before we don't even sell books at our bookstore anymore. The students will buy a chip and we'll slip it in this new electronic textbook, and they'll read books in their little mini computer. One of the most exciting things that the college has done in technology in the last few years has been the completion of the Urban Resource Center. And our goal there was that the Urban Resource Center would represent the very best kind of teaching, the most effective teaching, the new kind of teaching that we know make employees more effective in terms of teamwork and critical thinking, but to do that using state-of-the-art technology. I'm very grateful to the corporate citizens in this community who have helped us plan that center and guarantee for us that the future of technology and its best use is represented here today at FCCJ. The challenge for the president and the board and the college for the future is continuing to figure out ways of paying for this. And I'm also very grateful for those partnerships that we've established with Jacksonville corporate citizens to pay for the equipment in the laboratories, to develop the new kinds of teaching materials that we have, and to make sure that we're really at the cutting edge in terms of technology.
It's early morning in Northeast Florida. Soon, thousands of people will start their business day. And they'll start it in much the same way, regardless of the business they're in. Whether we realize it or not, we have become a community dependent on technology to engage in commerce, access health care, secure an education, and find out what's going on in the world. We even use technology to get relief from all of this technology. As in the business world, computers at Florida Community College at Jacksonville represent a major commitment to technology. FCCJ has over 2,000 personal computers available at locations in Duval and Nassau counties for use by anyone registered in any of FCCJ's ongoing course offerings. The systems range from Apple IIe's, set up as learning stations for basic skills, to IBM 486 multimedia systems with CD-ROMs. Some systems are simple standalone stations, while others, as in the case of the new Donald D. Zell Urban Resource Center, are able to share the resources of the entire building through networks. Newer systems are tied to scanners, while others are linked interactively to Laserdisc players. Software available on these systems is just as varied. On any given day, you can see people learning basic math skills, CAD/CAM technology, management techniques, researching a term paper, or polishing their business skills with WordPerfect and Lotus 123.
And come back into WordPerfect.
Wait for it to come up.
But do you understand that if you're finished for the day, you're not using your WordPerfect anymore?
See that sodium as an ion has lost an electron. It originally had 11 electrons, and when it forms a ionic bond, it gives up this electron to the chlorine, and the chlorine, instead of having 7 electrons, now has 18 electrons.
We not only help you learn computers, but we use computers to help you learn. Florida Community College at Jacksonville has set aside specially equipped rooms called electronic classrooms. These classrooms of the future have a wide array of integrated electronic hardware designed to enhance traditional classroom instruction. Much of the software that you see in a lecture on chemistry, for example, has been customized by the FCCJ staff and faculty. Each electronic classroom has a powerful IBM personal computer, laser disc player, CD-ROM drive, projection TVs, liquid crystal displays, and audio support. What's the purpose of all this equipment? Students learn in different ways. Some learn best by seeing the information, others by hearing it. Some are more kinesthetic. They learn by touching and active experience. Most students learn by using a combination of these learning styles. Electronic classrooms enable instructors to easily address many learning styles in one classroom experience. The technology in electronic classrooms helps students learn and better ensure their educational success. The one constant about computer technology is change. FCCJ's staff of computer technology professionals constantly update systems and software to make sure that students are able to maximize the full potential of these machines. Regardless of your skill level or career objectives, computers will play a role in your future.
Post this total as a debit to the accounts receivable controlling account in the general ledger and as a credit to the sales account also in the general ledger.
One of FCCJ's largest campuses isn't really a campus at all, at least not in the traditional sense. This campus is in every home in Duval and Nassau counties with cable TV. The telecourse office handles over 6,000 enrollments a year for college credit. Psychology, earth and space science, English composition, and algebra are only a few of nearly 30 courses offered 24 hours a day, 7 days a week over cable TV service. Many of the programs are closed captioned for the hearing impaired. You register for classes by television like any other course at FCCJ, but that's where the similarities end. You attend your classes when you're ready to, which is in the comfort of your home when you decide to replay the program taped earlier in the day. Students only have to come to a campus center for orientation and for tests. That all-important personal touch is not lost with telecourse enrollments. Telecourse students do have an on-campus instructor who is only a phone call or a short visit away. Telecourses are an example of distance learning, or delivering instruction to remote locations to increase access to education for area residents. Like all technology, this distance learning technology is changing rapidly. With the help of a grant from the National Science Foundation, the college is planning to send compressed video signals via telephone lines between campuses. FCCJ gained insight into this technology when it participated with experimental compressed video through a program with the Department of Defense.
You should in some way come up with a secondary...
Army reservists and National Guard were able to report for duty at college, where they not only learned their military specialty, but in some cases received college credit as well. The distance education goal is to provide real-time, two-way interactivity between classrooms that are miles apart, thereby letting students take classes that may otherwise be impractical because of time and travel considerations.
They're supposed to keep it down and they're supposed to be good for 1 year.
All students, including telecourse students, have access to a wide array of computer-based information services through FCCJ's libraries or learning resource centers on FCCJ's 4 main campuses. The card catalog is fully electronic, giving a student an immediate listing of what materials are available in the FCCJ system for a particular subject. Other systems give you access to the holdings of college libraries around the state. When you find a book you need, it can be sent to you via an interlibrary loan. There are databases with volumes of information on thousands of topics, including business, medicine, and science. Satellite teleconferences have become a popular way for people from around the country with specific interests to meet and discuss their subject without the expense and time it takes to travel. FCCJ offers a wide array of teleconferencing services to the community. The college has 2 satellite receivers and can send a signal to any number of locations on or off campus by microwave or fiber optic links. Wherever you go in Duval or Nassau counties, you won't be too far from some aspect of FCCJ technology. The college is committed to the use of technology wherever appropriate to meet the instructional needs of the community.
What does it say when you tap an F10 down at the bottom of your screen?
No place is that commitment more evident than at the Donald D. Zell Urban Resource Center.
To delete a file. Save it as Monday and hit enter.
FCCJ's Urban Resource Center is where business meets technology in Jacksonville. The center was designed from the ground up to maximize technology to meet the training needs of business and individuals seeking to upgrade job skills, especially those skills involving computers. Here are some examples of the instruction available at the center.
Are there some people in here that sometimes work with 2 documents? In other words, you're piecemealing, you're putting together a document to make another document. If you do that, you have to go with retrieve, don't you? Because you would have 1 document on the screen.
WordPerfect for Windows is the latest offering from the business world's most popular word processing software. The Urban Resource Center has this program and others like it loaded onto IBM 486 PCs. Individuals and business groups can take 1- and 2-day courses like WordPerfect for Windows in this ideal instructional setting. Other course offerings include Introduction to Windows, Introduction to DOS, Beginning WordPerfect, Lotus, and DBase, Introduction to Computer Networks, and Microcomputer Support Skills.
Now you're at the point where you can tell it to render, just color.
Right.
And we'll go in here and we'll color just like a color display. And what happens is your active viewport takes on the true render.
Now we could have gone and loaded in.
The Urban Resource Center is a premier Autodesk CAD/CAM training center. The training center offers a series of short courses to individuals and groups seeking training in computer-aided drafting and design and its applications. Course offerings include AutoCAD Level 1 and 2, LandCAD, AutoCAD for Windows, and AutoCAD 3D.
So this is how you can delete a file from your list files that you no longer need.
In another room at the Urban Resource Center, you'll find students taking a 2-semester course for a technical certificate as an office systems specialist. Once again, computers are the primary focus, with additional training in office procedures and customer relations. These are just a few examples of the way technology plays a role in the mission of the Urban Resource Center. The center exists to provide all levels of employment training, from basic job skills to executive training for current and future FCCJ students, the unemployed and underemployed, and employed individuals seeking to enhance their job skills. Programs of the center include assessment of job capabilities, workforce readiness, preparing workers for entry into the workforce, job placement through JobLink, a computer database that matches an individual's preparation for a job to an employer, custom training, helping corporate clients meet their specific training needs, and of course, computer training.
Bytes per package, right here, 1518. Okay, I'll read the values. 1518. Bytes per messages, 128. Change that.
For many people, learning how to use a computer for specific functions is all of the computer literacy they want or need. Using WordPerfect to generate documents or AutoCAD to design a building has significantly improved their marketability to Northeast Florida employers. But for many others, working with computers represents a complete career in itself. Programmers, system analysts, network managers, and software specialists are all careers open to individuals with the proper experience and the proper education. One look at the data processing listings in the classified section of the newspaper will tell you that the demand for properly trained professionals is real. Florida Community College at Jacksonville offers associate in science degrees in computer programming and analysis, computer engineering technology, computer information systems analysis, drafting and design technology, marine, electronics engineering technology, robotics, office management technology, records management, and telecommunication engineering technology. These programs of study generally require 2 years to complete. They're intended primarily for students who desire to complete an associate's degree and become employed, rather than pursue a bachelor's degree. For those who want to pursue a bachelor's degree, the Associate of Arts program offers electives in these areas to further prepare the student for their junior and senior year. Florida Community College at Jacksonville is Northeast Florida's technology resource. If you need to learn new skills, upgrade old ones, earn a certificate, or earn a degree, come to where technology is used to teach technology every day. Welcome to FCCJ Today. On this edition, we'll visit FCCJ's College Center at Grand Boulevard Mall, learn how the college's Disabled Student Services program opens doors for people with disabilities, and spend some time at a summer camp, FCCJ style.
One of the things that we're all most proud of for FCCJ is its access. We reach out to people and provide them access to this college in ways that are creative both physically and intellectually. And in today's program, you're going to learn about programs that this college provides that are really unique in many ways. You'll learn about our Grand Boulevard Mall, which really started as a very small center. There are thousands of people who work within a few miles of Grand Boulevard Mall, and they demanded that we add more courses and more courses to that center. And now, as you may know, we're negotiating to actually buy that mall because so many people in Jacksonville want to access our courses in that way. The mall has proven to be a very cost-effective and safe and convenient way for students to get education here in Jacksonville. And we're proud of the accomplishment of the Grand Boulevard Mall in working with the area's businesses to provide workforce training there at that site. Another interesting way in which we provide access to people is through our Disabled Student Service program. And I'm proud to tell you that FCCJ has the largest number of disabled students enrolled here at FCCJ of any college or university in the whole state of Florida. And we've had that commitment here at FCCJ long before the ADA guidelines went into place. We really can show that we provide a very good return to the taxpayers of Florida in investing time and money in helping our disabled students get good jobs. We have unique educational programs, we have unique services, all of which we've put together to make sure that the disabled student has just as much chance of success as the student who's not disabled. You'll learn about those programs today as well.
It started as a special kind of shopping mall, one that attempted to cater to a more upscale, discriminating buyer. But the collection of specialty stores with their unique, exotic, and generally expensive merchandise languished at the corner of Southside Boulevard and Bay Meadows Road, until all but one stalwart retailer remained. Over the years, however, another tenant has quietly taken up residence.
Okay, but her environment acted upon it to encourage that and enhance that development.
FCCJ's College Center at Grand Boulevard Mall has brought much of the empty retail space back to life. The college has succeeded where the specialty shops failed. It offers something that the working people in the 45,000 jobs in the immediate area can't resist: education. Pat Hannan is director of the College Center at Grand Boulevard Mall and has been with the facility from the beginning.
Most of our students, the very, very large majority, live or work within 5 miles of this building. So that is the attraction. It's the easiest thing to sell. When we first opened here and a building would open in one of the industrial parks, I would go walk the building and call on the people and talk to them. And they were just amazed that we had classes here, and they have been with us ever since.
The center's first enrollment consisted of 350 students registered for 8 classes, all in the evening. Today, Florida Community College at Jacksonville provides 140 credit and non-credit classes per semester for more than 6,000 students a year. A student can complete all of the course requirements for an Associate of Arts degree right in the center. The center's location, between 3 major roadways and 5 industrial parks, has played a key role in its success. But a deliberate and ongoing process of finding out what people want is the force that keeps the program growing.
We do a lot of surveying. We have over the years. We started out with strictly an evening program serving the businesses in the surrounding area, and we didn't know if we had the audience for a daytime program. We tried some surveying, offered some daytime classes, and now an example of trying to serve the students is during the summer. We have cross-term classes in the evening because that's when the business people want to come.
Carol Crismond answered one of FCCJ's surveys.
Has grown. I started going there around 1985, and at first there was a limited number of subjects when they first opened up, and then each year they progressively added more, and it was they always sent questionnaires around to find out what the people really wanted to take, you know, what availability of subjects, and then you would see them the next term. They were there, they would try them out. If there was enough people, if there were 7 people in the class, then it was a class.
Carol took over 60 credit hours at Grand Boulevard and is now a manager with AT&T American Transtech at Deerwood.
So many of the people here do go to Grand Boulevard because it's convenient. They can leave work and attend the class that starts in the evening, or there are some courses that are given that are around the lunch time, which is 11:30 maybe till about 1:45, and they can go there twice a week and then get a 3 credit hour course then.
While taking classes in an empty shopping mall may not seem like an enriching college experience, the unusual facility and its location have created an atmosphere that regular attendees find most appealing.
It's 2 minutes away from my house practically, and it's extremely quiet. You don't have to sit in a library. I don't like sitting in a library because you can't have a drink and stuff like that. But like, it's quiet here. You can sit out here and actually study without having all the rackets like other places.
First of all, for me, some of the teachers that I knew at the other campuses are out here. And the teachers, because the classrooms are a little bit smaller out here, they seem to be more on a one-to-one, more personal basis with you out here, so you get more for the time that you put in the classrooms, and I like that.
Grand Boulevard Mall is almost like for Kent campus, it's for downtown and South Side as the middle. You know, if you can't get to one place, you can get to Grand Boulevard Mall.
There aren't that many places where they can go and hide. They're just, we're all here. Yeah. And we see each other every day.
Roger Breen is a professor of mathematics and has taught at the College Center at Grand Boulevard Mall since 1985.
One thing I've noticed is that the students know why they're in the classroom. They know what they're here for. You don't have to spend time convincing them that they need to pay attention, that they need to do their homework.
Another thing about this particular campus is that it tends to gravitate people who are working, so that means that they're older. And so basically the students here are really here to learn. They're just not filling spaces. And so you've got, to me, a different type of student attending here.
Another reason the College Center at Grand Boulevard Mall works so well is flexibility. It's the ability of the faculty and staff to adjust to the needs of the working professional student body. Gwen Chandler is FCCJ's open campus librarian.
But see, they have classes on Saturday, they have classes in the evening, and Pat Hannan in her wisdom is just trying to offer to those students what they need.
We offer them at convenient times for the business people, but we also have tried very hard to recruit faculty who will be understanding and know that many of these people don't have control of their own time and of their lives. They may be single parents. Their boss may not let them leave work until they balance. We have some people at a bank who have to do that, and they're always calling us. And I think the instructors here will try to work with them.
There's a real flexibility in this situation. I can say to students, look, you don't have any time today. What about coming in Saturday? You got a big test coming up. You all work after this. There's no time for us to get together. How many would like to come in on Saturday morning? I'll get 10, 12 hands up. That's all. I'll come in on a Saturday morning because the campus is open on Saturday morning. I can find a classroom on Saturday morning. And they'll come to get whatever help they need.
Because of the projected growth in the South Point and Bay Meadows area, FCCJ is currently developing plans with the Duval County Public Library and other purchasers to make the College Center at Grand Boulevard Mall an even better facility.
The one we're, of course, most excited about is purchasing the building. We're going to purchase it in a very strange combination of groups. Jacobson's will remain the large department store here. They're going to purchase their area. We're going to purchase about 51% of the building for the college, and the library is going to buy 50,000 square feet. So it's a really nice match.
Plans call for additional classrooms and computer labs, an expanded evening program, student support services like financial aid and counseling, a TV studio, and increased services for the business community. These plans are a natural step for a program that has kept pace with the people it is dedicated to serve. Pat Hannan has a simple explanation for the College Center's success at Grand Boulevard Mall.
People need education. I think we're in the right place at the right time.
Jackie Woodard left a job in the hotel business to care for an ailing relative. During her absence, Jackie developed arthritis, a disability that prevented her from returning to her job as a front desk clerk. Like hundreds of others with disabilities, she turned to FCCJ's Disabled Student Services program for help.
I was just hoping they would get me another job like the motel industry, maybe with different hours or something, you know, I could do. But the thing is, I have arthritis and I can't stand on my feet any longer. That eliminates a lot of jobs.
The mission of FCCJ's Disabled Student Services Department is to ensure equal access to the college's vocational and academic programs by providing support services such as classroom assistance and student advocacy, technical support services, vocational evaluation and career exploration, employability skills training and job placement, and adjustment to blindness skills. FCCJ's Disabled Student Services Department provides this support with 3 programs: auxiliary aids, independent living for the adult blind, and vocational services. After a doctor confirmed that her arthritis did affect her ability to work, the State Division of Vocational Rehabilitation referred Jackie to FCCJ's Vocational Services Program for evaluation and job placement services. Based at the college's North Campus, the Vocational Services Program helps qualified disabled people find new jobs, jobs that take their disability into consideration. Cecelia Sumner is project coordinator.
We, through vocational evaluation, are able to let an individual explore and really take an inside, to gain a thorough insight as to where their aptitudes are, where their limitations might lie, where their academic levels are at present, and to know what areas they might need to remediate in.
The entire process helps students discover which vocations are most suitable for them, taking their desires and their disability into consideration. John Krayback is learning the printing trade at FCCJ's North Campus.
I would say that FCCJ is great for people with handicaps. They have many, many things that would match your needs, your goals.
We do extensive career exploration with an individual so that they have a chance to actually take a look at, within the community, different occupations, to see firsthand what the actual job demands are, what the temperaments are. Does a person want to work outside? Do they enjoy a desk-type job? Do they like a very people-oriented occupation, or do they prefer to work alone? These are all important factors to self-satisfaction.
Jackie Woodard decided that a secretarial position would probably work best for her, but had real concerns about her skills.
I would have never dreamed I could touch a typewriter. I mean, you know, I tried typing in school. I flunked. I didn't make it through the program. I went 6 months kind of learning my ABCs over again, learning to type, which I had never done. Then went into computers, learned a little self-confidence, which I needed badly at that time. I started out learning, and everybody that goes in that program does, spelling, which, you know, I had not spelled in a long time. If somebody would have told me to type something, I would have never known how to spell it. Of course, with the word perfect, it has a spell check, so that's awful helpful.
Jackie learned to type and use WordPerfect, and now is a full-time secretary. But what if you are blind or deaf and want to learn a computer program like WordPerfect?
24 plus the 3 plus the 99.
Right.
And then divide it by 3. Mm-hmm.
FCCJ's Disabled Student Services has an auxiliary aids program that provides additional educational support. The program will provide interpreters, note-takers, tutors, readers, and a wide variety of specialized equipment to ensure full participation in all academic programs.
At the very end of class, one of the things I wanted you to do last night was to do what? Does anyone remember the term I used? What? Noodling, yes, right.
Low vision. And use computers.
Adults with limited or failed vision can get assistance at the Independent Living for the Adult Blind program, also known as iLAB.
A person with low vision is having some problems, is becoming frustrated with the daily routine of getting things done that they need to do, whether it's cooking or dressing, writing their checks, reading their mail, all those kinds of things. If they become frustrating, then there may be some skills that they could learn to make it easier and to maintain independence rather than all of a sudden depending on family members or friends to do things.
The iLAB program teaches skills that help people with vision impairments remain as independent as possible. Students are taught how to move around safely in their homes.
Spoon. Put this spoon at 3 o'clock. All right, push the pan up against it. Then move it to 6 o'clock. And move the pan up next to it.
And on the streets. They are taught how to use a wide variety of communication devices, both traditional and high-tech.
Plus key.
Another thing that is really an advantage of this program is that they are in a group, in a small group, with other visually impaired people who have been through the same frustrations and are going through the rehabilitation process. And they help one another as much as we help them.
People with disabilities tend to be on time, be more punctual. They tend to have a lower rate of absenteeism. They tend to work harder because sometimes there is a need to prove themselves out in the community and to an employer. And they're willing to work hard, and it's paid off for them.
Each campus has a disabled student specialist available to help coordinate each of the program's services. Someone like Mary Dash, the disabled student specialist for Kent campus.
Don't give in to it. Don't give in to your fear. Come out here, give it a try, and if you have problems, that's what I'm here for. Come and see me, because chances are, whatever you're feeling, someone else has felt before, and we've already combated that. And there are support services, and the people on this campus, the advisors and counselors, and me, that's what we're here for, to help you overcome all of that. I mean, we're not going to do it for you, but certainly don't give in to a fear of, oh, I can't do it. Try it. You'll be really surprised. real surprised at what you can do.
Probably the first reason, hopefully to improve the level of softball in Jacksonville, get the girls interested, start them at a young age, and what I'd like for them is to grow up wanting to play softball for FCCJ, to see this as something to look forward to, something to do. And we've had a couple years now where we've had some recruits. Some of our people have come from the camps.
Are we starting to get warmed up now? Yes. Okay, good. Throw for a little while longer, and then we'll start with the rundowns, and I'll explain how to do them, okay?
Yeah, I try to almost always use girls that have played for me. That way they know what I want taught, the fundamentals that we teach, so that we're teaching everybody pretty much the same program from the 9-year-olds on up.
Okay, what we're doing, this is kind of like a relay race, okay? What we're doing is we're running to the middle, okay? About the middle. And we're throwing the ball to the girl on first base, okay? And instead of coming back here, you're just going to keep on going around to the end of their line.
Oh, okay.
You got that? Okay. It kind of teaches us a lot. It teaches us how to come together as a team in a way, because we see how whenever they bicker and kind of fight a little bit, then it divides them. So we, you know, I kind of see that we need to have a leader and somebody in charge. 1, 2, 1. Okay. Go get in your lines. I want the 1s at home plate and the 2s out at first. Y'all ready? Ready. Hold the ball up. Let her see it. Run at her. Not too soon. There you go. Good job. Okay.
It teaches them responsibility, and it gives them being a role model a little bit. I know Charles Barkley says he doesn't want to be a role model, but I think that the athletes are looked up to, and they do need to be role models.
Don't forget to use your hands now. It's really important. Good. Good job.
Nice shot. Dolphins up, 8-7. It's crunch time, time to play some D.
The reason we like to use our students here, number one, is we can get them a little extra money. According to NJCAA rules, they can work up to 50% of the time on the court. But it also lets these kids see them as somewhat role models. Now, Charles Barkley is wrong. He is a role model, for good or for bad. And these kids see and we have excellent kids here, our student athletes, and they are good role models.
Being under Coach Harvey for 2 years, some of the stuff he's teaching in his camp, he taught me also, the fundamentals of ball handling, which he just explained to the kids. Yeah, this is basically a time for me to relax and share what I've learned from Coach Harvey with the other younger kids.
Now listen up. Let's just have a quick review of what we have done today thus far. This morning, we worked on dribbling. What's very important in dribbling? Control. Where do you put your wrist? Your whole hand. The suction cup. That's right. Over the ball. What type of wrist action?
Snapping wrist.
Snapping wrist. Just like we taught you yesterday in what? In shooting. Very good. The basic thing is to get the community involved in basketball. We basically set 4 goals for the campers here at our camp. Number 1 is, of course, to have fun. Number 2 is we want them to play some basketball. Thirdly, probably one of the most important is we try to teach the fundamentals of the game, and we actually break down the skills of the game and try to teach them to the best of our ability. And fourthly, we want each player to go home at the end of the week being a little better basketball player than they came. I think kids get a week of fun, they get a week away from home, they get a little bit of structure, they get a little bit of discipline, and then also, like I said before, they have fun, and that's mainly what they come here for.